I think also the table's crooked.
Yeah, this whole room's janked right now.
The whole room is janked. We janked.
Also, someone commented, actually True Blue Drew was like, no Blackout Hong Kong on the list. Did you play it? I was like, nope.
And we didn't get rid of it either.
I think you missed a bunch.
Oh no. Okay.
I'm like positive you did.
Yeah, we definitely still have it and it wasn't on the list.
I feel like there's mystery games sitting somewhere.
Where are they? What are you pointing at?
I don't know if you wanted this to be shown.
Get out of here. Hello everyone and welcome back to Foster the Meeple, a channel all about
board games
and
board gamey things.
Exactly. We are here today for another episode of Board Games and Brew, and guess what? Today we got brew for reals. For reals?
What do you have?
I have coffee.
Yeah. Instant?
Yeah.
I can smell it.
Even though I do have coffee upstairs from Many Worlds Taverns that I want to make for our next video, for today, I needed something quick and snappy.
And I would also like to try that one.
Yeah, and Jeff's not doing coffee right now.
I haven't had coffee since I've been sick.
We are here today to do a recap of Foster the Game-a-thon, a 24-hour all-you-can-play board game-a-thon that we did on this past Saturday.
I don't know how you get all that out.
I just said it. But to get me through that, I brought down a snack. Pre-Joy. Nope. Pajoy.
Is that from the box?
Yeah, it's from Thailand. Chocolate cream-filled biscuit sticks.
And if you know what box I'm talking about, it's MunchPak.
It's MunchPak. And I just wanted to try them because they look like Pokey sticks.
They look like a good coffee treat.
Or Pocky sticks. That's what I was thinking for coffee and tea.
Yeah.
So I thought they're from Thailand. I think I already said it. They're like little cookies. Milk chocolate.
That's very good.
I'll put them here in case we need a snack. For those of you who don't know, we did a game-a-thon. We hosted a game-a-thon this past weekend where the whole purpose was that we wanted people to get out, play games, whether it was with friends, with family, solo, online, virtual, in person, whatever it was. And then while that was going on, we also streamed us playing games on Twitch.
Yes, indeed.
For those who don't know, we do have a Twitch channel now. You could check that out.
We do.
If you are so inclined to do so.
Yep.
So for today's video, we just wanted to do like a little bit of a recap. What we ended up getting done, maybe like
lessons learned.
Lessons learned. Would we do it again? And we also had a bunch of challenges on that day. And with those challenges, we have a bunch of winners that we want to select, right? Let's just get started. Let's set the scene, okay? It's Friday, the day before the game-a-thon. And all is quiet in the Beale house. Why? Because Jeff is asleep. Do you know who's not asleep? Jamie. Do you know who was supposed to sleep all day Friday so that she could have energy for the 24-hour all-you-can-play board game-a-thon? Jamie. And I did not. So I was up from 6 p.m. on Friday until midnight on Sunday. And within that span of time, I had a half an hour nap. Sorry. Like midnight. 11:59 on Saturday. Yeah. Midnight on Sunday. Because I stayed up and watched The Walking Dead.
That always confuses me.
So...
you watched The Walking Dead after that?
Yeah. I just couldn't sleep.
I went out.
So I had a half an hour sleep within that entire... So I was up for more than 24 hours, basically. And that's because, like, on Friday I was setting stuff up and whatever. And here's the real kicker. Jeff was not feeling well. Like, he was at about maybe an 8% health.
I was going to say, 8 out of 10? No.
8 out of 100. 8%, not 80. We started the game-a-thon at midnight. And we decided that Jeff was just going to keep sleeping until he was ready to get up. So I started off by playing a couple solo games. And I ended up playing some button shy solo games. I think I played at that point, I would have played Ugly Griffin Inn and Food Chain Island, or I think I played Food Chain Island, and then I played Town 66.
Yeah, because that's when I came in.
And then Jeff arose from
briefly
the dark. And he came downstairs and he was still very tired. So we ended up playing a couple games together. Then we took a break and I was like, okay, Jeff needs to have a sleep. That's when I had my nap. I couldn't fall asleep, so I slept for maybe half an hour. And then I came back and I played Final Girl, which, by the way, I won. His Kappa was detated.
I almost detated.
Dr. Fright, I took him down. Everybody saw. and it was awesome.
Yeah.
But then you were up.
Yeah, it was
And then we started to play more games. But basically, that was kind of the routine. You stayed up after that. I don't think I ended up...
I took periodic breaks.
We took different breaks for the day because we needed to, like, feed the dogs, feed ourselves.
And then I broke.
And Jeff broke. I broke Jeff.
Honestly, to me, a lot of it is a bit of a blur. I didn't have a fever or anything, but a lot of it was like...
A fever dream.
A fever dream.
Basically.
Especially the early time stuff.
So we tried to balance it out. I tried to do some solo games, like I played Calico solo, bunch of solo games, and we played some stuff together. Jeff took breaks as he needed. But here's the first lesson that we learned. Number 1, don't be sick. Now, I don't know why that's a lesson we didn't learn beforehand.
I know.
But we just didn't. So Jeff was sick, so it definitely did put a bit of like that was our first roadblock. Roadblock number 2. I don't know if you've heard of the Brothers Murph. Now, I'm not saying they're a roadblock, but what I am saying is we were tired at like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
And then Nicholas Murphy of the Brothers Murph says, I don't know why you started at midnight. Why didn't you start at like 6 a.m., 6 p.m.? And we were like...
Great question.
Great question.
Glad you asked.
Glad you asked. So now we know that it's not smart to start a 24-hour game-a-thon at midnight.
No.
When you're already tired.
You're already starting tired.
So... next time, if we do this again, or when we do this again, maybe next year, I don't know, midway through the year, something like that. I really don't know. But I think we would probably start in the morning. I think starting at 6 a.m. is probably the best thing. Like, get a really good night's sleep, wake up, have your coffee, have your breakfast, come down and start playing games. Because when we do our board game weekends, or when we have done them, we've started at like 7 a.m. and we usually play until like midnight, 1 a.m.
Yeah.
And we're fine.
Yeah.
So I think that's the first lesson.
So then it gets tough after like midnight. It gets like the midnight
you get
to
the midnight
6 a.m.
sillies.
The midnight to 6 a.m. time frame's the tough one.
Yeah. But that's fine. I think like we were gracious enough with ourselves that we took breaks when we needed them and didn't take it too like didn't make it so strict or serious.
This isn't supposed to be
wasn't it supposed to be that kind of thing?
thing.
Oh, we played Flick of Faith.
Right.
Anyways, that is definitely a lesson learned. One thing that I wanted to say also is that there were some of you out there who joined us right at midnight and you kept on playing until like almost midnight the next night. So you crushed it.
Kudos to everyone that did that.
Thank you for doing that.
It's impressive.
I want to go through some stats, but I also I want to go through the games that we did end up playing and how many games we played and all of that stuff. Okay, so we ended up playing 21 different board games, and we had 27 plays because there were a few games that we played multiple times.
I mean, 24-hour period, an hour-ish for each game.
Yeah. And we played some of them like a few different times. And we played with 15 different people, which we will get into. But let's just kind of go through the list of what we played. So like I mentioned, I started off with Food Chain Island, which is a button shy game, a great solo game. People were into it. I lost miserably multiple times. I played it 3 times in a row. And the first 2 times, it was like the worst I've ever done.
Wow.
That's why I ended up playing 3 times. I played Town 66 by myself, and then we played together. Just a good one to kind of get warmed up. We were warming up at this point. Then we played Tapple.
I was trying to stay alive.
Yeah, we played Tapple, which is just super fun. Everybody in the chat was claiming that we were, like, cheating because it was, like, hobbies, and I think we were, like, kangaroo watching, lemur watching, hippopotamus watching. We just kept naming animals because we were so looped at that point. But it was fun. We played Flick of Faith.
So good.
Which actually I think played really well on stream because like it's really vibrant in the camera. I will mention too, if you didn't get a chance to watch the Game-a-thon, we do now have a second YouTube channel called Foster the Meeple Rewind where all of our past streams, we're keeping them there. Or you can go to Twitch and they stay live for 30 days. So you can go to Twitch and rewatch if you missed out. Then we played Lord of the Rings: Confrontation.
Jamie
crushed. I crushed. Some people asked me what I did that day, and I said I crushed it. I got Frodies all the way to where he needed to go. And then we played Loose Caboose. And it was at that point that Jeff's brain was like, I've had enough. So Jeff went to sleep. That's fine. I came back, like I mentioned, I played Calico solo, I played Rove solo, and then I played Final Girl. Then Jeff once again arose And we played Can't Stop,
Mm-hmm.
which is also a great game. And then we had 2 sponsored streams during the Game-a-thon, and we played Disney Sorcerer's Arena Epic Alliances Core Set Plus, both expansions. We had characters
Turning
from
the
both
Tide.
expansions, Turning the Tide and Thrills and Chills.
Mm-hmm.
And so we played a game of that, which was awesome. I played as Jack, Stitch, and Mickey, and Jeff played as
Aladdin.
Sully. And
Mother Gothel.
Mm-hmm. And I won. I basically just consider me to have won almost every single
20
game.
to 19.
Yeah, it was really close. We also did a stream of Overboss. That was sponsored from Brotherwise Games. So shout out to Brotherwise and the op for sponsoring those playthroughs of 2 games that we really enjoy. So those were super fun. It doesn't matter. I had to give you one, Jeff. I was winning everything during the day. Like literally everything. Then we started our guest appearances.
We did.
And this was like the bump, the revivals that we needed.
It was good.
It was good. So we started off with Kavre, Tyler and Ilya, and Before You Play, Monique and Naveen joined us for our very first guest appearance to play a little Green Team Wins. And what's funny about that is we don't own the game.
No.
Monique and Naveen don't own the game. But Tyler and Ilya do. So we had like whiteboards from Doodle Dash. Monique and Naveen had, I think, from just one. They used the little things. But that was awesome. It was so great. It was the perfect
that crew.
way to like kick it off with all the guests because
I'm really excited.
It's so fun.
I'm really excited for that to be like reprinted.
Same. Oh my gosh, I need a copy of that game.
That's such a good work game. It's
a great work game. It played so well remotely.
Yeah.
And even better, the chat was able to join in and play too, which was a lot of fun. Then our next guest was Ruel Gaviola. And he taught us Karuba.
God.
And we also don't own that game, but you don't need to own it. You could play it. There's like a little app, and we just printed off these grids from BGG. But it's basically like a bingo style game from Haba, and we loved it.
I didn't know what Karuba was going into that. Like, I know that like Ruel and you had said like it's a bingo-esque style game. I didn't really know what that meant at all.
You didn't know what bingo meant?
Well, I know what bingo is, but like you say it's like bingo, but it's like it's really like a route builder. But that might have been my like because a lot of these games I've played before.
Yeah.
You know, maybe it's just because it was like recency bias and something different, but I very much, I mean, I've said a million times, I'm really enjoying route building now. I really like that game.
We're going to say this about everyone, but definitely go check out everyone. Ruel is on Twitch, but he also does put his videos on YouTube. He is also part of Rado's team, so you've probably seen him before as well. Then we had our good friend Tim Chewin.
God,
Speaking
I love
of
that
chewing, Juno's chewing on her bone. So
people.
What? These
I
cookies?
don't know what's in these.
They taste okay. For anybody who knows what I don't know if it's called Pokey or Pocky. You know the Pocky sticks.
I don't know what that is.
That's what these taste like, but they're filled with chocolate. Then we had our good friend Tim Chewin on, and we played Seven Wonders on BGA.
Yeah, and Tim crushed us.
Tim crushed us. We played 3 times, and Tim won twice, and you won the last one because you stole all of the...
I stole his strategy.
We played Camel Up with our friends Jenna and Francis from the Board Game Garden. I was concerned that Camel Up wouldn't work remote.
I was like, I don't know how this is going to work.
It worked really well. It was so much fun, and it was like, we weren't really playing with physical games while we were streaming with guests up to that point.
Yeah.
So this is the first like physical game that we were able to get back into.
Karuba, kind of.
It was so much fun. They're awesome. We love Camel Up, and it was just kind of like a big gust of like energy that I needed.
If you have friends that also, if you have Camel Up, and you have friends that have Camel Up, that actually plays really well remotely that way.
Yeah.
Like as long as one person's like controlling the bets and stuff. I mean, you can go back and watch and see how we did it, but it worked so much better than I thought it would.
It was fun, and I crushed everybody. Then we were joined with our friends Amy and Maggie from Thinker Themer, all the way from Australia.
Yep.
And we play a little No Thanks.
Yeah.
And you want to know what? Amy shows no mercy.
Very much trying to...
Maggie's like, I'll give you this one.
Yeah. Very much trying to swindle me a little bit, but I wasn't falling for it.
Jeff got really lucky and No Thanks, and he got this card that had collected like 19 buttons.
That's not luck, though.
And he rode the wave.
I did.
Whereas the rest of us were taking risks. We had an absolute blast. They had so much energy. They're amazing. I'm sure everybody already knows that. Can't wait to hang out with them again. But that was no thanks. We actually ended up playing that twice.
We did.
And we had a blast. Up until this point, we didn't really have any tech issues. You know, here and there, a couple little things, but nothing major. And then we jumped on to our next guest, which was Nick from the Brothers Murph, and we played Planet Unknown. And we both each played our physical copies, and everything was actually going quite well until the very end.
Yeah.
And then suddenly, Nick just disappeared from the screen. We could see him and hear him because we were using a different program that everyone was like, we can't see or hear Nick. And then he came back. And then he went away again. And then he came back. And then we went away again. So anyways, that was the first time that we had some technical difficulties. Like, major ones. There was a little bit of, like, slowness here and there. And, you know, audio or video dropped out, like, once in a while. But that was the first one. But luckily, it didn't happen till the end. It was just great. Planet Unknown, awesome. Nick, awesome. And it actually worked really well remote. Yeah.
I mean, again, you can go back and watch it. There is a little bit of stipulations on playing that game that way. I mean, some things you just have to get over, aka, like...
You just gotta get over it. We're just there to have fun.
Possibly sharing tiles that would exist on multiple boards, but who cares?
So we played Planet Unknown, and then up next we had plans with Alex from Board Game-a-thon and Meg of Professor Meg.
Everything broke.
My computer was giving me the middle finger. It was giving Jeff the middle finger. It was giving the world the middle finger. It had had enough.
Yep.
And we were not able to run the stream on our channel because it wouldn't load. It was Rainbow Wheel City. Every car in my city had a rainbow wheel.
Broke.
It had enough. So luckily, Alex and Meg are used to live streaming on Alex's channel. So
we did a quick pivot.
It was a pivot. And we ended up doing our gameplay of Lost Ruins of Arnak with them over on Board Game Co.'s channel. So that stream is still there under the live section if you want to go check that out. At this point, these were gone. People were talking to us. Yep. And I was like, what?
It was probably the least amount of energy I've ever had.
Alex and Meg were making animal noises, and I don't know if it was a dream. Or if it really happened.
No, it happened. And it was incredible.
It woke me up. But, like, we were loopy. We were tired. I was a zombie.
Like, we were just not interacting as much as we normally would. We weren't chatting as much. And, like, a couple lessons learned there. One, we need to get, like, a more robust computer system in order to do something like that.
Yep.
And two, like, we need to schedule people at appropriate times.
Yeah, okay, so
not at the last, like, hour before.
No, so before we get, like, right into that, I do just want to say, because my camera pooped out, we ended up having to cancel our stream with Table Knots and Second Star Deluxe. And
that was
heartbreaking.
Huge bummer, because like, they're our best friends.
Yeah, and, I love absolutely everyone that we streamed with, but I was the most excited to do that because I knew that we would be so far gone that they would be the only people that we could be with at that point.
They'd be pulling us in that direction of, like, we know they're tired. How can we
And we were going to just play silly, like, games that we always have fun with. So we are going to be rescheduling a time to play some games with them on stream. We're going to need to get, like, a desktop computer of some sort.
To be fair, we've talked about getting one multiple times. So it's not just the stream that's, like, causing that. It's, like, the last straw of, like, okay, we should probably do this now.
Yeah. Yeah, the other big thing is just more sleep. I was going to say, we ended up scheduling all of our guests, like, back to back to back to back. So we would have to, like, end with somebody, like, 10 or 15 minutes early.
Yeah.
Then, because I was using OBS Ninja, I'd have to, like, set up the link and send people the link. And then I'd have to reconfigure OBS with their windows and everything. And so it just wasn't enough time. And we had so many people that we were playing with. I think we definitely spread people out a little bit more.
Yeah, I think, like, a good 30-minute break in between guests, or even an hour. Because the other thing is, like, sometimes things go a little bit longer because you're having a good time. And, like, it's tough, too, because, like, we're on for 24 hours. They're only with us for, like, an hour. Mm-hmm. And, like, I want to spend time with them, but we have to cut them off.
Yeah.
Because we have to go to the next thing. Because we have to rest and we have to do these things. Yeah. So you almost have to, like, account for that. Yeah. Like, when it's coming to the hour, be like, I'm sorry, like, we gotta cut this.
Like, we almost didn't have time to, like, eat.
Yeah.
So I was like trying to shove a sandwich
that was a
in
big
my
problem.
face.
Like,
and then we had to start, so I still had my sandwich, and I ended up just giving it to Juno because I was like, whatever, you eat this.
Yeah.
Somebody should eat this.
Yeah, just better scheduling that way now that we know.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be better to have like I think all we're talking about here is just having a better strategy, a better plan, where not only just scheduling, but we have a list of games that we can play, or like if this happens, like if Jeff gets tired, here's a list of solo games that I would like to play. Having all of those variables kind of figured out.
It's just really lucky that I am a solo gamer because I was able to do that.
It's tough though because I'm not. So like I also want you to be able to go rest.
Right.
But then it's like, what do I do? And maybe I just need to find 2 or 3.
Can you dance?
Solo games.
So I wanted to talk about just a couple stats, and then we're going to get into the giveaway winners, and then I think that's pretty much it for today. We had 188 people sign up through the Eventbrite. So almost 200 people that in advance signed up to participate, and basically all that did I sent out like the challenge information and like all of that through email. We streamed for a total of 19 hours and what's 29 plus 9? 38 minutes. 19 hours and 38 minutes. We did have breaks within there, and that was both on Twitch and then on Alex's YouTube. We had 3,460 people join us live at some point throughout the day. All of this is for Twitch because obviously I don't have stats for Alex's channel. Our max viewers for any one gameplay was 96, which I do need to say, I was expecting like 15 people to be on specifically like at 2 a.m. and whatever. Nope, it was like 60, 70.
There was way more people watching than I
way more than I thought. 177 people were chatting. Throughout the day.
Unique chatters.
Unique chatters. And we had a total of 2,459 messages, chat messages.
It's so hard to keep up with chat.
Now, what I did find is it's much easier to keep up with chat when it was just you and me. When we had guests on, I could not do all. I couldn't do it all. I couldn't play, talk to our guests, and read the chat. I just couldn't do it.
I think I was doing okay with it, but I definitely felt like it was a bit overwhelming to chat with the people we had on, play the game, and bounce off with you.
Yeah. Let's get into the challenges and the challenge winners and all that stuff. Huge shout out to Leanne, who is a moderator in our Discord and is just the queen of everything. Yeah. And she compiled all of the challenge entries from us, which were on like Twitter, Instagram, and Discord.
I woke up to that and I almost cried.
I was like,
not that I would have been the one doing it. It would have been Jamie. But like, I woke up and I was just like overwhelmed because I'm still sick. Yeah. And I saw that and I was like, that is such a nice thing to do.
Yeah. So we had 265 challenge entries. So we did 10 different challenges throughout the day, and we'll just go through them one by one. All but one of the giveaways are sponsored. So thank you to all of the publishers and MunchPak who are sponsoring as well. So amazing. Oh, and I did want to say thank you. A huge shout out to MunchPak.
Yeah.
Because they sponsored the entire game-a-thon. We ate snacks throughout the day. They are just amazing humans.
They are. If I could say anything quickly.
Yeah.
Yes, this is sponsored. Take that as you will. Yeah. But
this video is not sponsored.
They are the most friendly, kind human beings.
They're awesome. So the first challenge that we put on was to play a game solo. The winner of this challenge is going to be getting a copy of Rage More from Button Shy. Cool. Not sponsored. I ordered accidentally a copy of Rage More when I had already bought one at PAX Unplugged. Yeah. So I have an extra copy, but it's brand new, never been played. We had 33 different entries for this.
Ready?
Ready.
We got number 28.
Number 28. So the winner of Rage More is Party On, dudes.
Party on, Wayne. We should quickly mention, if you are the winner of any of these, please shoot us an email at fosterthemeeple@gmail.com with your shipping details.
So the next challenge that we had was to play a game remote or online. We did have a bunch of people in the Discord playing games, which was awesome. For this, the winner, it's the player's choice. You get to choose a game from the Leader Games catalog.
Nice. Love that.
Love that. Thank you to Leader Games. This is a sponsored giveaway. And we had 32 entries for this one.
Number 13.
Lucky number 13 is Danimal.
Danimal. I know that.
I know that too.
I know that from YouTube comments.
Yeah. Danimal, you are the winner of a game of your choice.
Congratulations,
Might
Danimal.
we suggest Root, Fort, Vast? Just saying, Root's Jeff's favorite
Ahoy.
game. Ahoy? Oh, man. Okay, so many options. Next challenge is to play a game with friends. So for this one, the winner is going to get a copy of Overboss from Brotherwise and sponsored giveaway as well. So we had 23 entries for this one.
Number 19.
Number 19. 900. They're in the Discord.
They are in the Discord.
900, you are the winner of Overboss. Congratulations. Next, we have play a game with your family, with your Ohana. Ohana means family. The game is going to be Creature Comforts from KTBG, which is a game that you could definitely play with your family.
Nice.
Thank you to KTBG for sponsoring this giveaway. And we had 30 entries.
Numero 20.
All right, we got Music Man 801. I can't see anything. Sorry, Music Man 4801.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Next up, we have Join FTM on stream. So if you joined us for any part of our Twitch stream, this is MunchPak. You are going to get a family pack from MunchPak, which is what we would have shown during our monthly wrap-up, which is like a butt ton of snacks.
And soda.
Family pack with a soda.
Oh, the soda.
Jeff loved the soda last time. We had 26 entries for this one.
Ooh,
number 2.
Number 2.
Brad. All right.
The Brad 84.
The Brad 84.
You're getting a MunchPak.
That means, Steph, you get to eat all of Brad's snacks.
Eat all of Brad's snacks.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy you guys won. Because, so just for context, Brad and the gang from the Discord, but they have a group of friends, they were the ones that were up from midnight until almost midnight with us. So they were in the Twitch like the entire time.
Yeah. Perfect
winners for that. Next one is Played a New to You game, and the winner of this is getting a copy of Maui from Plan B Games. Thank you to Plan B for the giveaway. 35 entries. Wow.
Numero 7.
Number 7, Hannah.
Oh, nice.
And we are also shipping you
Then
this week.
Oh, boy.
Hannah, you are the
winner.
You got
a couple
of
things
Maui.
coming.
Yeah, you got a couple things coming. Play an old favorite. For this one, it's a dice throne set. A 2-character dice throne set.
Their choice?
I'm pretty sure, yes, their choice. I mean,
Sweet.
I assume so long as they have stock of whatever it is.
Cool.
Thank you so much to Dice Throne for sponsoring this part of the giveaway.
19.
The Frozen Gamer. Hopefully
this warms your heart.
That's what I was going to say. Hopefully it dethaws you a little bit. Next up, we had played at least 5 games. The winner of this challenge is going to be getting a copy of Dragon Prince Battle Charge from Brotherwise Games. Thank you to Brotherwise.
Numero 8.
Marcus Schweinbub.
Schweinbub.
Yay!
Oh, cool.
It's always fun when we see names that we recognize. Schweinbub
Definitely.
is constantly destroying me in Cubosaurus.
He beats me in so many games.
How are you so good at Cubosaurus? Next up, we had played at least 10 games, and we had 14 entries for this.
Good odds on this one.
And you are going to be getting a copy of Disney Sorcerer's Arena Epic Alliance's core set, as well as both of the current expansions.
I'm not grabbing them.
Yeah, they will fall.
Because it's going to fall.
Which includes Turning the Tide and Thrills and Chills.
Number 9.
Number 9 is, I gotta expand, Brianna Cuz. Congratulations.
Brianna Cuz. Brianna Cuz.
It is because she's a winner. And then finally, the last challenge was taught a game to somebody else. The winner of this challenge is also getting a 2-character set from Dice Throne. So once again, huge thank you to Dice Throne. Oh, and Sorcerer's Arena, huge shout out to the op because they are giving away that whole set, which is great.
Number 15.
Number 15 is Lady B.
Lady
B, you are the winner of a Dice Throne character set. And that's all the challenges. Thank you to everyone who did a challenge, who posted a photo, who joined in the chats in the Discord, because Discord was lit that day. For those of us who joined us on Twitch at all, who just participated and played games, we appreciate everyone.
Yes.
Despite Jeff nearly being dead.
It was a struggle.
It was awesome. I had so much fun. Did you have so much fun?
I mean, in the context of everything that was going on, yes, it was very enjoyable. It was incredible to see everyone just playing games and having fun with their friends and family. It was nice to see some of our closest friends again that we don't get to see. It was just a really heartwarming day. And I wish I was at full capacity to really embrace that. But even in my 8% state, it was definitely an incredible experience.
Would you do it again?
Yeah. Again, I think we would need to figure some stuff out. I mean, again, like whether we do a full 24 hours or do we do like a 12, like a weekend thing where we do 12 hours one day, 12 hours the next. Like it's up to us to figure that out. Like, you know what I mean? There's no like, you have to do 24 hours. It's just a little bit of variables. And I do think, trying to build it out to be bigger and better. And
definitely build it out to be bigger and better. We might do a fundraiser next time for a charity. So there's a lot of things to think about.
This was a big testing ground thing because this was an idea we wanted to do.
This was the push we needed to get into Twitch.
Well, yeah, and like we've had this idea for a long time and we wanted to make it grandiose, but we figured it was worthwhile to do this first one. Just like, let's just figure this out.
Yeah.
And go through those, take those licks and jump through those hoops, and so the next one's even better. Yeah.
Once again, thank you to everyone, to all the publishers, to the people out there.
And honestly, big thank you to Jamie, because the amount of work she had to put in to do this, to put it all together, absolutely incredible.
Who needs sleep? Not me. I got a full 45 minutes.
Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you for playing when you were sick.
You're welcome.
Because I know there were points where you were struggling.
I wasn't here.
To be fair, there was a point in the morning also where I was feeling really not good.
I remember you telling me that.
I was like...
And I was like, oh yeah, this is going over well.
But I think I was just tired.
We're both sick.
That's everything that we have for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you see, please subscribe.
Wow.
My bad. If you like what you see,
please subscribe.
We hope to see you again soon. Wait.
Yep, you were good.
Do you want to buy board games? You should first start at your friendly local gaming store. And for us, that is...
The Boardroom Game Cafe.
The Boardroom Game Cafe. And check us out on Twitch if you want to see more live streams. And check out our second channel if you want to watch the old live streams. Bada bing, bada boom.
I was going to go bing bang, thank you ma'am, and then you did that. Like, what?
Bing bang, thank you ma'am.
I know, it didn't make any sense, but I was going to do it.
Later days.
Later days.
Nice. Pew-joy.
One serving.
A whole box is a
box.
serving.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways.
Hey, y'all.
Misery is what I feel when you're not around.
Juno has no interest.
I can't heal. She's down. Last time Juno was down here was when we did the Game-a-thon. So she's probably like, get me out of here. She was up most of the time.